Hi everyone, and happy December. This is my final housing market update for 2024. And it's going to be short and, while maybe not sweet, it's pretty free of lumps of coal. All right, looking at the Twin Cities market data for the month of November, I think the most remarkable thing about this month's housing market update is how closely it looks like November 2023. In fact, the most prominent feature of the housing market in 2024 has kind of been its constancy. No big peaks, no deep valleys. So there are a few trends worth talking about though, specifically price and inventory growth. I'm going to get more into those in a moment. But first, for those of you who don't know me yet, my name is Jay Trout-Lowen. I'm a Minneapolis realtor, and every month I take a deep dive into the previous month's housing market data, looking for trends that impact home sellers and home buyers here in the 7-county Twin Cities metropolitan area. So let's take a quick look at what happened in November. Now, we saw a bit of a bump in the number of new homes listed for sale in September and October, and that was driven in part by a dip in mortgage interest rates. But as interest rates went back up to around 7% in mid-October, we saw a predictable drop in the number of homes listed for sale in November. New listings fell from 4,755 in October to just 3,092 in November. And that is surprisingly close to what they were a year ago. In November 2023, there were 3,077 homes listed for sale. So remarkably similar. That's just about a 0.5% increase year over year. And really, that was largely due to an increase in new construction home listings, which grew by about 6.8% compared to a year ago. The number of existing homes listed for sale in November actually fell by 1.4%. When we look at new homes listed by price, however, we do see some differences. New listings under $300,000 dropped by 12% compared to last November, and they increased in every other price bracket above $300,000. New home listings in the $300,000 to $500,000 price bracket rose just about 1%. But in the $500,000 to $800,000 price bracket and the $800,000 and above price bracket, the luxury market, we saw a double-digit increase of 18% and 13.5% respectively. Now, looking at the total number of homes for sale on the market in November, that's the new listings plus those already on the market, we also saw what was a pretty typical seasonal decline. There were 6,942 homes listed for sale in the 7-county metro in November, compared with 6,882 in the same month last year. So again, very similar market to last year at this time. We do see a different pattern though when we're looking at price. Looking at the total number of homes for sale by price, it's the under $300,000 category where we see a big growth in inventory, 14%. In the other three price brackets, we actually saw a decline year over year in the total number of homes for sale on the market in November. So what we have is fewer homes coming to the market in that under $300,000 price bracket, but more homes staying on the market and staying on the market longer. Now, the most likely explanation for that is that that lower end of the market is actually the most price sensitive when it comes to interest rates. Rates, which I mentioned before, had dropped a bit in August and September, brought more first-time home buyers and younger sellers into the market, but when those rates rose in October, more of those first-time home buyers had to go take a step back. All right, the other area that I think is worth talking about this month is what's happened to home prices throughout this year. After flatlining at $370,000 from October through January, the median sale price began a slow, steady climb last February, and that continued through October, where it hit $380,000 and kind of stalled again. Now, that's about a 2.7% increase year over year, but it's interesting because prices have continued to climb even though buyer interest has sort of fallen off and inventory has expanded. And we can see that in the total number of homes on the market. In September, there were 8,478 homes for sale in the metro, and that was the largest number of homes for sale in any month since May of 2020. And the number of closed sales has stayed at its lowest rate in the past 5 years. But neither of those things seem to have impacted the steady increase in home prices. So even though there were more homes for sale, it seems clear that we are still in a seller's market. All right, that's what I have for you this month. Next month, we'll be looking back at trends of the past year, but also what might happen in 2025. And with the new administration coming in and a whole slew of new policy changes, I really think it's anybody's guess. Until next year, I hope you and your family have a very happy holiday season and a very happy new year. Thank you so much for watching.